standings. Hold on, where are they in the standings? Alright, looks like they're a little bit further down. They're actually both 2 and 4 as well. Rep's doing much better on sets though. Alright, cool. So, here we go. And I need to unshift tab, and we are starting off with a TBT here. Largo will be the brown Terran in the left position, and Hyuk Moon will be the yellow Terran in the 6 o'clock. I don't know if I should actually call him Hyuk Moon, but I'm not sure. Should I call? What do you guys think? Luck Moon? Is Luck Moon better? Maybe I should just call him Moon. Then you might get confused with the Warcraft 3 guy. Actually, I don't think people get confused. Although having said that, isn't there like something going on right now where some guy pretended to be a pro gamer and got on an SC2 pro team or something like that? I'm not really sure the details, but I saw that on the front page of TL and I was quite amused. Anyways, let me get some game music going on. I cannot hear anything. Okay, now I hear a little bit. Yeah. Okay, hopefully that's okay for you guys. Sounds kind of okay for me now. Anyways. Looks like we actually have a wall in for Largo. That's a little bit uncommon in TVT. It's not really necessary because there's no melee units. I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna rush fire bats or anything, so you don't... Wall off doesn't really do that much. Unless you can wall off with 1 depot and a barracks, but no you can't, it looks like. If you could do it with 1 depot and a barracks, maybe you want to do that to like stop an early scout or something. Like, I don't even know if he puts a depot here, if that'll be SCV tight. And even if it is SCV tight, the liability of having a wall, I'm not sure if that's worth it. But, I mean, Largo's better than me. I'm not even a Terran player, so we shall trust his judgment. He's also sending out his scout earlier than Mr. Luck Moon. Meanwhile, Moon is just doing the standard thing. Looks like he's actually gotten a 2nd depot before his gas, which is actually not the usual thing. As you can see, Largo's already mining his gas. Not really sure. I guess this is just a 1-racks expand from Luck Moon, which is fine. That build does work in all matchups, as Project aptly demonstrates for us on a regular basis. And there is the completed wall. Once again, I'm not exactly sure if this is SCV tight. I would imagine it is at least, because if it's not even SCV tight, then this is a completely worthless wall. So I hope it's at least SCV tight. It's not marine tight though, as you can see, it can walk between these. But it's not really designed to be anti-marine anyway. Now there is a factory in the main, and yep, there is the 1-racks expand for Mr. Moon. And there's the gas. And unfortunately for Largo, even though he went for the very early scout, he has scouted in the wrong direction, so still hasn't seen his opponent's build yet, but looks like Luck Moon is also scouted in the wrong direction. So he's gonna have a super late scout here, which really makes this wall not worth it at all. Like, you can see the Marines here would have been fine to block that SCV scout. I mean, obviously, you know, in hindsight we can say that, but if the SCV had gone in the right direction, perhaps that wall would have done something. Anyway, so the SCV of Largo is actually going to get killed before it sees the command center. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to realize just by how aggressive... I mean, I don't think there's any real way for him to guess that there's a command center here. A lot of times, even if Terrans are just playing completely normal, getting a factory and whatnot, they'll just be a little poke out a little bit with their Marines. Luck Moon did see the scouting SCV with his own SCV. They met like right over here, so he did know roughly when the SCV would get to his base, so he just moved his Marines out and take it down. So that's a very smart move by him, keeping Largo in the dark here. Pretty sure Largo just still has no idea. Yeah. By the way, doing some very nice spotting depots here at the bottom of his base. Of course, the back of his main base does kind of point towards Luck Moon's base, so it'd be very easy for Luck Moon to kind of drop units in the back. So just gonna put some spotting depots there. Very nice. Conversely, the natural on this map, this is Icarus. By the way, I don't think I actually said that, but the natural is cliffable. So on the other hand, it will be easy for Largo to actually drop siege tanks here, since the cliff is kind of facing him. So Luck Moon should be aware of that. And looks like Largo just going for a pretty aggressive move here, whereas Luckmoon's actually, his Marines are actually gone the other way. They've kind of both passed each other by. There's one bunker with a Marine here. That will actually probably be enough to stop all 5 of these Marines. And I have no idea where these guys are going. Where? Wait. What? Okay. Looks like... Oh, looks like he just wanted to go and do a counterattack here. This might actually be very clever. You can, at the very least, go and snipe this SCV and delay the command center by quite a bit. This is actually a very interesting move by Luck Moon. Looks like Largo actually attempted a bunker there, but that didn't work. And look at this, an engineering bay to help block any kind of run by Largo. Meanwhile, we do have a starport in the back. And we have a bunker rush by Luck Moon against Largo's base. The siege tank is out, though. I actually don't know what wins between 4 Marines and a siege tank. It looks like the 4 Marines do win. Well, the 2 SCVs are pairing. Yeah, look at that. Not even a single Marine going down. Of course, with the damage types there, the siege tank is only doing half damage to the Marines. Just to the explosive damage type. It looks like the Vultures will come back to clean it up. Of course, Vultures very good against Marines, but the command center has been delayed. The siege tank and an SCV coming out, but I mean, Luck Moon got a siege tank for 4 Marines and an SCV. Or he got a siege tank and 2 SCVs, I think, or maybe 3. So that was absolutely worth it by Luck Moon. Very, very nice move there. Very interesting move. He's got to be a little bit careful now because the first siege tank's coming down. I'm not actually sure. Ooh, I forgot to switch. Actually, no, it doesn't matter what launcher I'm using because it's a replay. Lol. Does it actually matter? No, it doesn't matter. I can keep using Icy Cup launcher. Okay. I actually have Chaos Launcher open just in case, but anyway. So it looks like the siege mode of both players is finished. It's a little bit funny position, that siege tank. I don't know why it's not a little bit closer. I guess up here it, well, I don't know. Anyway, looks like Luck Moon doing some fancy micro with this Wraith. Doesn't have any kills, but just poke at these Marines a little bit. Looks like we have a second bunker at the back, and I mean, with the siege mode done, Largo can kind of contain him a little bit, start sieging down the bunker, but he can't really go for any kind of serious bust, I don't think. Meanwhile, his own expansion is up and running. He's getting a second factory. But Luck Moon definitely has the economic advantage. At least he should after going for the 1-rack expand. I'm not 100% sure that he does. As you can see, the SCV count is not the highest. Oh, it looks like actually that's just his balance is not great. He's got way too many at the main and not enough at the natural. He actually needs to fix that, or he's not really getting the full benefit of his natural. And actually, Largo's doing a good job here pushing in. And oh man, taking a lot of damage on that Wraith, not going to lose it. But there's a lot of siege tanks left here for Luck Moon. Largo going to lose his last siege tank. The Marine's going to run in. Are they going to get it? Not going to get the last siege tank, being barely repaired in time by these SCVs. If you look at the money though, Luck Moon going a little bit high. Nope, now spending some money. Largo staying lower. But probably just because his economy is weaker anyway. Yeah, Largo's actually way behind in supply, 41 against 53 now for Luck Moon. I keep saying Luck Moon, by the way. No one's corrected me yet, so I assume this is fine. Anyways, looks like we have the first dropship out. Are we going to have a cliff drop by Largo? Look, Largo actually just has no units defending. Look at this! He's got nothing. If he actually goes to drop with these 2 siege tanks, he's going to have 0 units defending his base. Luck Moon could just like attack move right now. Yeah, look at this. Luck Moon, look, he's going to go drop these. So Luck Moon actually can just attack move. Excuse me. And it would work. But instead he's doing, look at this, being very, very safe, sending out SCV scouts all over the place. Meanwhile, oh, the Wraith, is it going to intercept the dropship? It's going to be close! I think it's going to see it. Yes! Look at that. No tank drop for you. Is Largo really just going to go for it? That's not going to make it. Oh man, oh god, oh wow. Losing both tanks in the dropship. I cannot believe he went for that. I mean, it was close, but man, that was ballsy. That was extremely risky and did not pay off at all, as you saw. So Largo's in a pretty terrible spot right now. He's got 2 siege tanks against. Oh, is he gonna ferry them in? Oh, look at this, Luck Moon. I don't know who this guy is. I don't think I've actually seen him play in Gambit's Cup or anywhere else for that matter, and yet he's He's doing an amazing job here against Largo, who's is a pretty decent player. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like top class in the foreign scene, but definitely a solid player. So yeah, looking forward to more games from Luck Moon in the future. It looks like Largo forced to pull some SCVs, but I think this is kind of desperation mode for him. It's end of the line for Largo. Losing a lot of SCVs. A second dropship coming in here, going to ferry more siege tanks into the base of Largo. Looks like Largo just has one more siege tank popped out from the factories, but going to lose that leading siege tank, sieging up one more in the back. He can actually load these up again, load these up. No, he's just going to go in the back. Meanwhile, a third commander going to float out here to the bottom right. That's probably going to get scouted, but doesn't really matter. And Largo's actually just going to go for a counterattack on the front, but there's a nice siege tank line there already in place, so I don't think that's going to do anything. And let's see, still just on 3 factories. Actually, just 3 factories against Largo's 4. I don't think there's a machine shop there though. So it's 2 machine shops against 3. And Largo is actually getting his third at the top left as well, so kind of hanging in here, but in a pretty rough spot. And where did those dropships go? Wow, look at this. They're actually going around to the top left. I'm probably going to deny this expo, or actually even do a cliff drop on Largo's natural. That would be quite effective. Or both, I guess. Both would be fine too. Meanwhile, taking a 4th base at the right side. Looks like SCV guy's going to go wander around and see everything, but it's not really going to matter. And okay, looks like he's actually going to bypass this. Nope. He's going to use the Wraith to take that SCV off. And there we go. There's the 5 siege tank drop on the natural. It's going to be extremely difficult for Largo to deal with. I actually don't know if he can deal with it at all. He just doesn't have enough stuff. I mean, even if he drops on there, if everything just unsieges, it'll be fine. Yep, unsiege, unsiege! Unsiege! Yeah, and then he just kills everything. And the Wraith comes in and just finishes off the dropships. Lol. So, well, actually, never mind. It looks like Largo did have enough. I'm a little bit surprised. How much did he drop? I guess the unsiege was a little bit late by Luck Moon. So Largo's once again just gonna hang in there. Looks like Luck Moon has to rebuild his barracks. Does have his 4th factory now. And has his 4 bases up, whereas Largo's 3rd has been denied. Looks like Largo's actually... Oh, I didn't actually know that it was buildable on this cliff. Usually small cliffs like this actually are not buildable. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but well, guess I learned something new. And looks like we have another drop heading up to the north. Nope, never mind. Dropship's gonna go back. Just gonna siege in a random position here. I hope he doesn't just split the map and play a long game. There's really no need. You can just keep dropping and win the game outright. There's absolutely no reason to drag this out into like an hour-long TVT. Yeah, okay, this is gonna load up again. He's just short on gas. I think that's why he doesn't have like an insane number of dropships. Is he just like not mining gas somewhere? I wonder if he's... Well, no, he has been making a lot of siege tanks. And he has 4 gas now, so should be able to make some more drops. And that will greatly aid him in finishing off this game. Excuse me. So, looks like we have a comsat here, nothing there. More SCVs running out. Oh, looks like Luck Moon actually is now going to think about taking that base. Does have enough minerals for it. Of course, that's what happens in TVT. Use all your gas on tanks and Goliaths and dropships, or Wraiths, and then you just make a bunch of command centers because you just have all these extra minerals. Looks like Largo's going to try his own cliff drop here, but Luck Moon sees it in time and is going to do a counter drop on top of it. It looks like Largo does have a little bit more though, but there's going to be a siege tank from the low ground helping out Luck Moon. No, it looks like Largo actually wins convincingly. And is going to be able to siege up here at the natural expansion of Luck Moon. Largo starting to perhaps show signs of a comeback, although here's another drop and a lot of these units are already damaged. So I'm not sure how well they're going to fare. Yeah, it looks like Luck Moon is going to be able to clean that up. So just losing a few SCVs there at the natural. Nothing too severe. I think we had a random comsat here, I have no idea why. I guess just checking the ground defenses, maybe? I assume that was Luck Moon scan. Anyway, Luck Moon only has 2 on gas here, by the way. It's going to hurt him a little bit, but he is taking the bottom left base as well, building some turrets here. So going up to 5 bases against the 3 of Largo, that is not good for the Reps player. So he's got 93 supply against 122. Nice solid lead, although it looks like +1 only just now starting for Luck Moon. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought this armory was here for a long time. I could have been mistaken, but I really thought +1 would have been done by now. +2 probably should have been well on its way. Yeah, you see +1 is already finished for Largo, although he hasn't started +2 yet because he does not have a science facility. You do need that to get 2-2 ups. And +2 is the crucial upgrade in this matchup. In TBT, a siege tank will, normally it will 3-shot another siege tank, but if you get +2, it'll 2-shot another siege tank, so oftentimes it comes down, like there's some critical timings where if you can get +2 before you're the other guy, your siege tanks are just that much more effective. Anyway, 136 supply now, a little bit supply blocked for Luck Moon, and only 97 for Largo. Looks like Luck Moon continuing to just make some turrets here at the top. We have some turret wars going on here at the 12 o'clock, followed by SCV wars. This SCV is actually going to win because the other guy's too busy building a turret. And looks like some dropships going to the north side. I don't know if that siege tank saw it there. It looks like it actually definitely did. The dropships of Luck Moon going in there, sieging up. He's got plenty of turrets, and if Largo drops here, that will just be a death trap for his units. Looks like he's going to sneak along the north side where there aren't that many units and turrets, but Luck Moon is just ready and waiting. And here we go, the SCV is also coming off to help out just a little bit, and yeah, Luck Moon is just going to crush this drop by Largo, easy peasy. And looks like his bottom left base is finished now. He can start mining gas off of there. Looks like Largo's sending a few units to clear out the turrets on the north side. But he's got to do something. It looks like this is going to be difficult to cliff drop now. Whoa, what's going on over here? Okay, looks like the refinery burned down, and so all these SCVs became idle or something. But yeah, I mean, he needs to do like a drop, like a huge drop on the main or something. Largo needs to do something crazy to win. I don't think Turtle Terran's going to cut it because the other guy's also Terran, so that doesn't work quite as well as it does in the other matchups. Anyway, so Luck Moon is really denying Largo any chance of a comeback here, just kind of drawing a line on the map that is hugely favorable for him. Look at that, keeping Largo on his 3 bases. By the way, I do like the spacing of factories in the base. It looks quite nice and neat, and you know, allows nice flow through the base. It's got good feng shui. Meanwhile, Largo's they're also flying a little bit more compact. I'm actually surprised Luck Moon is staying on so few factories. He's got 6 factories and 5 bases, which is interesting. I mean, he is also building out of the starport as well, but yeah, you can see his money's getting a little bit high. Also getting supply blocked once again. Not ideal. A bunch of empty dropships for Largo. Gonna load those guys up. And is +2 on the way yet? Still no +2 for either player. Looks like it's just now starting for Largo, not started yet for Luck Moon, unless there's an armory somewhere else that I'm missing. But this has got to be like, I mean, this is a pretty late +2 for a TBT. Pretty sure +2 should be done by now in quote-unquote normal TBTs. But anyway, looks like we have a 6th base up for Luck Moon here at the natural. So if he doesn't have a... Oh no, he does now have a 7th factory, but if he hadn't made this factory, he would have had 1 base per factory, which would have been quite interesting. Anyway, looks like we're going to have an engagement here at the 12 o'clock. The reinforcements of Luck Moon coming in barely in time to save the last of his units there. He's going to crush this, and oh, he's actually going to snipe some of these dropships as well. It looks like he actually doesn't have Karam boosters, the range upgrade for his Goliath, which is a little bit surprising, considering these are dropship wars. And I mean, it's just 100-100 for that upgrade. In the grand scheme of things, it's extremely cheap. Looks like, oh, he's getting it now, actually. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I guess he must have just forgotten that or something. I actually don't know if Largo's Goliaths have it. They haven't really had any opportunities to shoot dropships yet. Meanwhile, looks like Largo is building a hidden command center here at the top of the 12 o'clock base. But I really don't know how he's hoping to take this. I mean, Luck Moon is leaving some units here. There's no way for him to secure this base. And looks like his main is running dry. It's natural as well. So pretty soon Largo is going to be down to just his top left base. So he's got to make something happen really quickly here, and he just keeps losing units. left and right, so not really sure what he can do at this point. Excuse me. My throat's like really dry for some reason. I think I'm just not used to talking so much again. Should get a cough drop or something. Anyways, so these SCVs are still idle. This annoys me a little bit. There's still, you know, almost 3,000 gas in this geyser. He's just not making it, and leaving these guys idle. I mean, you know, if you look at the minimap, he does have a lot of stuff to do. He's got a lot of bases. He's got, you know, tank positions all over the place. So it's definitely taxing on the multitasking. But I mean, it's like, come on, dude, fix it, fix it. He also needs to fix the +2. Oh, there we go. There's the +2. 2 command centers just waiting to take that base. And oh, looks like we have a move out for Largo here at the north side. That's a lot of units there for Luck Moon, though. That's not going to work at all. Yeah, way too many siege tanks. And yet another base of Luck Moon heading to the top right. So Luck Moon, I mean, you know, earlier in the game I did say he should just finish the game with drops, but he decided to play it very safely, not throw away his lead. And I mean, that does guarantee the victory. And I have nothing against safe play, but well, just gonna have to wait until Largo starves out, I guess. Not much more I can say. Unless he pulls a fantasy here and actually makes the comeback. Actually, wait, what? Can I spoil that game? It's been a few days, right? It's been like 3 days. I can spoil games, or has it been more? I actually don't remember when they played. But fantasy versus Sky High in SKT versus CJ. If you haven't watched that game, you should watch it just to confuse yourself, because that game didn't really make any sense. But yeah, unless Largo can do something like that, it's not gonna matter. So Luck Moon has over half the bases on the map. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, although his main is mined out. So he's on 6 mining bases, quote unquote mining. This one's not mining yet. And Largo is basically down to 1, which is not ideal. This is oftentimes bad when you're at 1 base against 6. And yay! It looks like he finally made the refinery. Woohoo! So I'm just kind of waiting for the death blow here. Looks like it's gonna come soon. I mean, Luck Moon is maxed 200. He's building up his bank. Largo is just gonna start mining from the back here. He can actually just build a refinery here and mine. There's no vision there for Luck Moon, but it looks like he's just gonna push the middle and just get dropped. Oh man, huge drop on the tanks. Although it looks like Luck Moon messed up the drop a little bit. Whoa! Messing up on his dropship control. It's actually not as easy as it looks. If you just select all your dropships and click one spot, they just clump up like that, as you saw, and often bug out and don't all drop at the same time. You really want to be doing the moving drop, like carpet bombing the other position with your own siege tanks. But of course, easier said than done when you have like 10 dropships. And that's gonna give Largo an opportunity here to move out across the middle of the map. Of course, I still don't think that's actually gonna do anything. But, well, I mean, he might at least force this command center to lift. But no, it looks like a few units were left in the dropships. And he's just gonna siege up here. Get a siege tank for free. And Largo GG's realizes he just doesn't have enough. Looks like Luck Moon was actually taking the 12 o'clock at the same time, taking every other base on the map. So yeah, that is going to put PaiN up 1-0 over Team Reps. Okay, nice. Okay, so also I have been given the go-ahead to tell you guys the results of GT versus IFU, which is one of the other matches going on today. That will not be casted, I believe, which is why it's okay for me to spoil it. So basically, IFU completely crushed GT, partly due to GT only fielding 2 players. So GT brought 2 players. The IFU guys beat them in 2 fast games, and that was that. The rest were walkovers, I guess. So that makes IFU and GT both 5-2 in the standings in the overall score. So they are now tied. And that would mean that if LRM can beat NB, then there will be a 3-way tie for second. These 3 teams will be 5-2. And if NB beats LRM, then these guys will both be in the green, 6-1, and the next 2 teams will be 5-2. So anyway, let us continue on in Reps versus PaiN. Oops, I hope I downloaded this to the right folder. Yeah. Okay, good. So, the next 2 players are going to be Reps Tama and Elena PaiN. It's going to be a PVT. Yes, good. So actually, give me 2 seconds, and I will go get some cough drops. BRB. Man, I got like these fancy Chinese cough drop things from, or my mom gave them to me. She knows I cast a lot. Apparently they're like better than normal cough drops. I'm not really sure. Sounds a little bit shady. Anyway. SNM? That makes me angry. Actually, I don't care. Whatever. So, yeah. See, I don't think it would have mattered even if I got like a seat. I'm way too Asian to be on camera. I'm pretty sure like the producer guy just didn't believe that was actually a foreigner. Anyways, we are going into game number 2. Looks like it's going to be on Electric Circuit, one of the new Pro League maps of this season. So, it looks like we have an OBS in the form of Mr. Largo. So, Reps Tama will be the orange Protoss in the top right, Elena PaiN will be the yellow Terran in the bottom left, hopefully. I don't get too confused by the similar colors. I think it will be fine. Alright. By the way, somebody said I sound tired. That's because I am. For those of you who are not here while I told my sob story, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning in Hong Kong. I got on a plane. I sat on a plane for 14 hours, and then I landed in London at around noon. And then I just like had some food, and then now I'm casting. So I've been awake for I don't even know how many hours. Like I'm like super jet lagged, but I don't even know what time it's supposed to be right now. So I don't know if I should actually be sleepy or not. I'm just like really confused. But then I thought to myself, I have not casted a StarCraft match in 3 weeks, and by God, it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna cast today's matches. I was also just kind of bored and wanted to cast. Anyways, we have an interesting depot position here by Elena, and an even more interesting pylon position from Tama. It looks like he's just going to build a gateway here at his natural and start sending out some zealots, perhaps doing the 1-gate expand with zealot pressure, which is, well, I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, this is a completely flat map. You can see there's no ramps protecting your main or your natural. So this kind of zealot pressure could be quite good. Of course, the choke is fairly wide as well. Although I do believe you can block this choke between the main and the natural with just one depot and one barracks. I'm not 100% sure, but I did play Terror on this map for Nation Wars, and I'm pretty sure he did that to me. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, it looks like it's going to be a 13 Nexus? He's at 13 supply now. It might have just been a 12 Nex and he made one more probe. So it's actually, I'm just going to call it a 12 Nex. Oh, it looks like he actually lost the probe here. Where's the 1 kill? Yeah, there's a 1 kill STV. So he lost his scouting probe. I'm just going to call it a 12 Nex just because that's like, sounds better than 13 Nex. Anyways, so he's now building a gateway at the front. I'm a little bit confused by this. Like, is this really necessary? This seems very dangerous to me because the standard response to a 12 Nex is to bunker rush with SCVs pulled. And if Elena does that, he could actually just get the pylon and the gateway as well, which would be awful. Like, that would just be insta GG for Tama, I'm pretty sure. Fortunately for him, Elena actually went for a 1 Rax expand, which makes it quite difficult to also bunker rush because you don't have the additional vulture that you would if you were if you'd gone factory first. Although having said that, I'm pretty sure Flash just bunker rushes from this position anyway because he's Flash and he can, and it works. But I'm not sure if Elena is quite up to that level yet. You know, Flash level. Software says I missed a forge. Did I miss a forge? Are you sure? Did I actually click a forge? Was I just like talking about something and I clicked the forge and didn't notice? It's possible. Anyway, Elena seems to like building his buildings on the edge of his base. Huh. Is he gonna build a second factory here? I actually don't mind this at all. It's kind of like anti-recall positioning, I suppose. Anyway, looks like we have a second gateway in the main. Is he gonna start goon range? Goon range? Goon range? Yes, there is the goon range. So, it seems to be standard now. 12 Nex against 1 Rax expand. I guess that's slightly in favor of the 12 Nex. A little bit, I don't know, whatever. So we have 2 Zealots chasing an SCV. In the early game, those are actually not going to be particularly useful. But that's fine. So we're going to have 1 Dragoon, putting on some pressure at the front. And yeah, I mean, range isn't done yet, so all you can do is hit this turret. Just look quite annoying. Of course, there is this back door on this map, this Medusa-esque 2 mineral patches with the stacked. I think they're side disruptors on this map. I'm actually not sure. I think they're side disruptors. Anyway, we have a probe here at the back to take the mineral only relatively quickly. That is pretty standard on this map. Although we do have, looks like 4 gateways and a robo first. So it's not super fast. It actually might even be slower than Elena's third. It's actually got enough minerals to plant this right now. Yeah, so Elena's actually going to take his mineral only before Tama takes his, which is not good for Tama. It would actually be quite interesting if PaiN went up 2-0 against Reps. Of course, PaiN is actually a decent team. Not saying they're, you know, not a good team or anything, but you know, it'd be interesting. Anyway. Observer coming out. By the way, this isn't listed on TL as an event, is it? Because I haven't put myself on the event. Okay, looks like it's not. Whew. And there's a minute only for Tama. I like this placement actually. This Elena just keeping everything really pressed back against the map edge. I guess makes it a little bit trickier to scout out everything with an observer, and it's also like anti-recall defense as well. He's actually building random turrets here. These must be like to snipe an observer. There's no reason to put two here so close, is there? I'm pretty sure this is like to snipe the first observer that gets into the base, and that also like kind of supports the idea that he's building these against the wall so that Tama doesn't see what he's doing. Yeah, look at this. The observer's just gonna fly straight into it. Wait, no, yes, yeah, look at that. Wait, he's juking and jiving. Now he's dead. Ah, very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, we actually built another one here, I didn't notice. So he's got like a line of turrets. Except I guess the observer could have snuck in the left side, but that's actually quite cool by Elena. Nice. So meanwhile we have a shuttle. Looks like a Archives and a Stargate. Gonna go up to Arbiters pretty quick here. You gotta keep in mind though that even though he's on 3 bases, it's just 2 gas. So he doesn't have an insane amount of gas to work with. Looks like some vultures running out for Elena. Not too much they can do though. Most of Tama's units are kind of guarding the home base, although he can kind of sneak around down here. Looks like he's going to lay some mines at expansion locations. Yeah, it looks like these guys actually are going to be able to sneak around the side. The Dragoon not even getting a shot off. Although, oh, no, it looks like he's going to back up a little bit. Didn't actually realize that he had a good opportunity to run in here into the main. Wasn't going to risk his vultures like that, which is fine. There's no need to at this point. Just going to lay some more mines around the map. Is there a turret under here? No, looks like there isn't. He's going to spawn back. And looks like we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 factories and a starport now for Elena off of these 3 bases. We're going to be slamming out a ton of units. And yeah, look, I mean, on the opposite side, there's only 5 gateways for Tama. 5 gateways against 8 factories is not the best situation for Protoss, but he's going to have the crucial arbiters, so it's going to come down to maybe a couple of crucial stasises if he wants to win the upcoming engagement. So it's like Elena just macroing up. I'm a little bit surprised actually he doesn't have a turret by the back of the natural here. I mean, not just to stop observers, but you know, to stop like a drop or something on his natural. Oh, looks like Tama trying to expand here to the top left gets his probe sniped. A little bit surprised that he opted to go to this base rather than the 12 or the 3. They are much closer and easier to defend. It's possible that the probe actually went here and tried to build a nexus but couldn't, so he just moved it over here. I actually wasn't paying attention. Anyways, looks like 112 supply, 116 for Elena. It's 125 of Tama. Keeping things pretty close here. But macroing off all of these factories, Elena should be able to take a supply lead here, I think, or at least get even in supply, which is good for the Terran generally. And he is actually slowly catching up as Tama takes his 4th. This is a little bit of a dangerous transfer here. If Elena was being a bit more active with some vultures, he could actually snipe a bunch of these probes. But then again, maybe he just wants to conserve his vultures for now and make the push that much stronger. I mean, if he can move out before this 4th base really kicks in, and you know, gives Tama the extra income, then he should be in good shape. Looks like it's 130 supply against 144. Here is the move out. And is this actually going to be a big push, or is Elena just going to try and secure a 4th base? It is fairly easy to secure the 4th on this map. As you can see, he just has to push out a little bit here, and then he can cover the 9 o'clock position. But taking a 5th base is a little bit harder, and I think it's a little bit risky to let the just let the Protoss do whatever he wants. I mean, you know, if Tama just sees him slowly pushing out and taking another base, he can expand like crazy, get a bunch of gateways, and just overwhelm him. And looks like, did he actually go for recall first? He doesn't have stasis already, does he? It looks like he actually went for recall first rather than stasis, so he actually expected Elena to go for this more turtley style rather than the faster attack. You know, if you think the Terran's going to attack you, you want stasis rather than recall. Obviously, recall's not going to help you too much in that situation. I mean, you can do fancy recalls on top of siege tanks and whatnot, but you usually want stasis instead. And looks like Mr. Neutral Command Center has been spotted. Tama taking the top left base. Could be a little bit risky walling himself in completely like this. Elena rather could just drop a couple of siege tanks here and be quite annoying. But you know, it's a little bit of a trade-off there. If you want to be safe against Vulture Room buys, you just do that. And there's no observer with this army. That makes me a little bit nervous. No, looks like the observer came from the bottom. Okay. So 181 supply now for Tama, 170 for Elena, and indeed he is just taking the 9 o'clock base. But you see, Tama's getting up all his extra gateways in the top left. And once he gets a ton of gateways there, it's going to be quite scary for Elena. By the way, this gateway placement looks very good and fancy. It's actually terrible because if he makes Dragoons from these two, they're going to be stuck here. He's going to have to kill this gateway, or this gateway. Look, look, look. 2 goons, boom, stuck. Although otherwise it is quite pretty. Yep, there we go. So that's no big deal, you can just kill one of these, but so close, and yet so far from a perfect gateway placement. And, oh, looks like I missed a recall here at the 6. Whoops. Sorry. So looks like he's gonna force the SCVs to skedaddle. It's like most of the SCVs go scout transfer to the main. And there's actually not enough Dragoons here, I think, to kill this command center. Only 2. It looks like it was mostly Zealots that got recalled. Which is perhaps a better idea. I mean, Zealots, obviously, they're cheaper, they build faster than the Dragoons, so they're more expendable in a recall. This science vessel's like juking and jiving, there's nothing here. I don't know why he's like so frantic. Anyway, it looks like I don't know, he's just transferring those over to the 9 o'clock, it looks like, yeah, that's what he's doing. But Tama is now taking his mineral only in the pack. And things are not looking up for Elena right now. Well, I mean, Tama, he's got some gateways up the top left, he's building some more. Still got plenty of units, got some High Templar now for some storms. And Elena's lost his mineral only, he's back down to 3 bases. He's going to reclaim it now. But, I mean, I'm not really sure what his plan is at this point. If he wants to turtle up like this, he just needs like a ton more turrets and whatnot. Looks like he didn't actually have a decent number of turrets, but the recall got off anyway. And now he's just getting a bit stuck on this back thing. Of course, there is the pathing issue where if you just right-click through here, the Brew War pathing doesn't take neutral buildings into account, so it tries to move your units through the building, which obviously doesn't work. Anyway, looks like we're going to have another recall here. In the natural and the main, I guess we shall see. Meanwhile, yep, looks like that gateway was killed. And we got some double upgrades going, and oh, sorry, there's the recall into the 9 o'clock base. Oh, nice storm on the siege tanks as they approach. Do we have more? No, looks like we just have some Zealot bombs. Oh, these could be huge. Oh, nice bomb on the leading siege tanks. And the rest of the tanks, though, are unsieged, so that will be fine. These Dragoons will be sacrificed for the greater good. If they can kill a Vessel or two, that'd be quite nice. But no, it looks like they will just get destroyed here. So that was not ideal. But I mean, it's keeping Elena on his toes. Looks like just now sending the SCVs back. Unable to mine peacefully. Is he gonna go for the huge push now? He can push the top left. It's quite close and quite narrow. Yep, there we go. He's moving out. He is moving out. Looks like he's forgetting some of his units. Of course, doing a max Terran push like this is extremely demanding mechanically. But I mean, if you pull it off effectively, it's like almost unstoppable, as Flash demonstrates on a regular basis. And looks like some nice storms on the leading vultures moving in here. It's not the greatest engagement angle for Tama, but oh my goodness, a huge stasis on all the back units. He doesn't have enough zealots though. Not quite enough units to finish this off, I think. Is there going to be a scan though? Can he actually see this? It looks like there was a scan. So Elena's actually going to be okay here, but man, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 5 tanks and 2 vultures in that stasis. Problem here is though, look at this. Tama's already remaxed, and Elena can't quite reproduce that quickly. So he's got to be very, very careful in how he handles this push. And oh man, still got a ton of units stuck back here. That is just really unfortunate. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't seen that yet. Also hasn't put the guys back on mining at his mineral only. His multitasking really failing him a little bit here. But you know, as I said, controlling a near max Terran army is no joke. Looks like Double Forges have finished. We got 2-2 on the Protoss army against 3-1 on the Terran. Just look at how many gateways there are though. It's just like ridiculous. Let me actually oh no, there's gonna be a push. I actually wanted to get a count, but oh, the Arbiter's going in. Are they gonna get a huge stasis? Not quite enough energy on that guy. Not actually, no energy on either, or not enough energy. And nice EMP on both the Arbiters. So this attack is actually not gonna do well at all. Nice storm on those siege tanks. Oh, another huge storm. It's gonna come down to the storms, I think. It's not gonna be enough though. He's gonna get a few siege tanks with some storms. But once again, it's getting taken out. I wonder if he actually has too many probes right now, because even though he lost most of his army, he's still got a lot of supply. No, he doesn't have that many. Actually should be mining this gas. He's a little bit strapped for gas, but this push is actually working out right now. The supplies are quite close, and I mean, Tama could actually lose these the top left bases, which would really be bad for him. I mean, oh my god, these units are still stuck here. Oh, this is so sad. I'm surprised Elena doesn't realize this. Like, oftentimes, you know, when this happens to you, you eventually just think, you're like, wait a minute, I should have more units than this. And you kind of look at the mini-map, you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. But I guess the nerves perhaps are getting to Elena or something. Looks like we have some more units getting ready in the back, but Tama is going to lose the space here at the 12 o'clock, and these tanks are soon going to be in range of these gateways, which is going to make it difficult to produce from them. And by difficult, I mean it would just be dumb to make units from these gateways if they're under siege. Is there a robo rallied here? I don't know why these 2 observers are here. There was 1 observer before, I thought, but now there's 2. I hope he didn't misrally a robo there. That would be pretty funny. So, yeah, Elena's push, taking out 1 base, and it's still going strong. It looked a little bit scary in the beginning. Oh, nice stasis, though, on those 4 siege tanks. That could actually make the difference here. Some more units coming in the back. A nice flank attack by Tama. Neither flank, though, is particularly strong, and Tama could be in some trouble here. He needs perhaps another stasis. No, looks like more units flooding out from the top left gateways, and he will actually have enough to crush through a nice last EMP on those Arbiters, leaving none of these Arbiters with enough energy for anything right now. But the push of Elena, rather, not Elegant, has finally been stopped. And that is going to be bad news bears for the Terran, although it looks like he has gotten the 6 o'clock in the meantime. Still not mining from his mineral only. Just has completely forgotten about that. And it looks like he randomly lifted this factory. I guess it was trapping some units. But, yeah, Tama finally regaining control of the situation. And I think Elena should actually just pull these units back. In these small numbers, the siege tanks are not actually that great. This makes me nervous that he's still going. I think he should just pull back and remax. And oh, looks like we have another recall here at the 9 o'clock, barely missing some spider mines. Oh man, those mines! Not quite as huge as I thought. Looks like the command center actually might go down here. Uh-oh, looks like 9 o'clock is going to get taken down. The SCVs sent to the 6 o'clock instead. Some Vultures counterattacking the 9 o'clock, but there are some cannons there, so that's not going to do anything. And instead, we are just going to have a counterattack here against the top left. Once again, Elena going to continue with his earlier push. Looks like he just completely sacked the 9 o'clock. Cannot really afford that right now. That means he's basically mining off just the 6 o'clock, and he's got so few SCVs. I guess it must be just the constant recalls have just whittled down his SCV count. I'm not really sure any other explanation for why there's no SCVs, and these units are still stuck in the back. Elena just cannot find this control group of units that have just been in the back the whole game. Oh my goodness. So he's going to force a cancel on that Nexus. I assume it was canceled, but look at this. Already maxed again for Tama. Elena down at 107 supply. 106 supply. And looks like some Dragoons are down here at the 6 o'clock. I don't think that was a recall. I think he just, sent a group of units down. There were no units defending this base, so it was pretty easy. And now we are going to have some more units coming to take down the push. There's so few support units. Just bare siege tanks by themselves are pretty vulnerable. Although I guess he does have a lot of them. And whoa, what is this? We actually have a carrier switch. Just 2 Stargates. Are there any more Stargates here? Nope. 2 Stargate carrier switch, ladies and gentlemen, is actually going to attack the Observer's command center. Poor Largo is actually going to get eliminated from the game before it ends. How sad for him. And looks like we have not a single Goliath with this army. Elena's push is in full retreat, and looks like the ground army, oh my goodness, catching him out of position. GG from Elena. Nice move at the end there by Tama, forcing the tanks out with those carriers, and then moving in for the kill, and yep, there we go. So Tama is going to even up the score 1-1 in this match between Reps and PaiN. So give me 1 second, guys, as I figure out what the next game is. Mr. Awa, what are we doing? And okay, so apparently we don't have any more games in this match. Unfortunately, PaiN had no more players to field, so, or rather, they had one more player, but he just didn't show up until after they forfeited the match. So Reps is gonna take it 4-1, and we're just gonna go to LRM versus NB. LOL. Well, that was anticlimactic. Well, there you have it, folks. So let me get the replays for the next match. There we go. Nice. Man, my throat is really not working today. I hope this is just like a combination of fatigue and having not casted for really, really long. I hope I'm not like sick or something. That would suck. Anyway. So, oops. Yeah, I'm gonna do Pro League tomorrow and Sunday. The normal things resumed. I made a post in my thread thing, but it kind of got bumped down pretty quickly. See, we're resuming this Saturday. I also posted in here somewhere. Oh yeah, I might as well do an announcement while I ask Aowa what's up. So basically, I'm not gonna do any of the matches that I missed because there's a lot and I just don't have time. But if there's any of the games that are like highly recommended, I may just go back and cast them. So like this guy linked 3 games, so I'll have a look at those. I really want to do 5 Bad Hero versus Zero because I didn't watch that, and I really like both of those players. So I'll probably do this one, and any other that I suggested. Lita versus S2 I didn't watch either. I did watch the Fantasy Sky High game already. I'll watch these other 2 games. So yeah, FBH Zero, if you have any other suggestions, just like post them. And it was like not telling me which game is first. Oh, it looks like I can just see. Sorry about the delay, guys.